Hi, Fresno, and welcome back to Positively Fresno. I have Ian Reith with me from Dapper Cigar Company, and he started his own cigar company in 2013, and they're from Nicaragua, the tobacco, correct? That's where you explain it better.
Yes.
Okay, you explain it. You got the story way better than I do.
Yeah, so we're a premium cigar company in Fresno, California, of all places. We make cigars in Nicaragua, in Esteli, Nicaragua, but the tobaccos we use and source, we source from all over the world. We source cigar premium tobacco from Ecuador, from the Dominican Republic, from Indonesia, from Honduras, from Mexico, and even Connecticut River Valley here in the United States. So we use tobacco from all over the world.
And then the tobacco and the cigars are created in Nicaragua, and then and you go down there and pick them up, or how does that work?
No, I go down there predominantly to blend and to make sure that the cigars are made to the standard, and make sure that the production is on point. And then they're imported into the United States. For U.S., we import directly in the United States to Fresno. And then we distribute all over the U.S. And then for non-U.S. customers, we ship directly from Esteli, Nicaragua. So for Europe and the Caribbean and Middle East, Asia, etc., we'll ship directly from Esteli.
You started this company, and you were making cigars first for your friends and for yourself because you enjoy a cigar, and then it's evolved into what is now Dapper Cigar Company. And so, so how did this happen? Did people just enjoy your cigar so much, and you said, "Hey, I'm going to start a business," or what happened?
Yeah. So you start, the business because you just want to make some cigars for yourself, and then you hope you can sell 5,000 cigars, and then you sell 5,000 cigars, and go on 5,000 more cigars, and then it just kind of snowballs. I think probably for the first 4 years of the business, it was very slow growth, and the last 2 years has been pretty high amount of growth.
As a person, wait, I almost went over. Is this a tobacco rule? Can you talk about selling online? Is that possible? Okay, so could someone order online?
Yeah, obviously, there are rules. You have to be over 21. I think there's some exemptions for military members. I think military members still are allowed to be 18 and over. But you can purchase our cigars online. If you go to our website, www.dappercigars.com/retailers, or click on the retailers button, you'll be able to see all of our retailer list. And at the very bottom, there's an online section, and there's retailers that can buy cigars from us. If you're in the Central Valley, which I'm assuming a lot of people that are watching are, you can pretty much go into any premium tobacco store and find our cigars. In Fresno, for instance, down the road. There is Perfect Blend Fine Cigars in Tower District. There's Cigars Limited in Fig Garden. There's Cigar Mas Fino in Fresno and Bakersfield. And the Cigars Limited in Clovis, etc. So any premium cigar shop that you go to in the Valley, chances are you'll be able to ask for our cigars, and they'll carry all of their cigars.
And that's all online. It's all on their website. I've checked it out. It lists every place in the country and international that the cigars are sold. And he's brought some of the cigars with him with the names, because there's various names he has that are all pretty clever. Who thought of the names? Is it you and your business partners, or?
It's a combination of my wife, myself, etc. It's each brand has a story. Each brand has, each brand has a particular angle that we're trying to make a cigar to. But we have a number of cigars. I don't know if you can see. There's a monitor right there. Okay. So here's our El Borracho cigar, which my wife named it after me. Spanish, you'll get that one. This is a Connecticut broadleaf cigar, 16 count. You can find this all over the Central Valley. La Madrina is the next one. And Kubo, Desvalido, Siempre. We make a lot of cigars. Again, if you go to the retailer and ask for Dapper Cigar Company, they will certainly show you a lot of cigars that we make.
Now, Kubo is the very first cigar you created that became popular and started this whole company. And how did you create those flavors in that Kubo cigar?
Well,
what
it's
is
just a
it?
very simple cigar. We actually don't have the box for the one that I first started with, but it is a Connecticut shade cigar, so it's a very popular wrap. It's a very light yellow golden wrapper, kind of the cigars that my dad used to smoke. And then the fillers are Nicaraguan, almost entirely, actually entirely Nicaraguan fillers. And it's blended to be a medium-bodied cigar. But when you blend cigars, you kind of blend them to your liking as a blender. You decide, what you're aiming for. Is it going to be a strong cigar? Is it going to be a medium-bodied cigar? How's it going to taste? How's it going to feel? What's the smoke production like? How's it going to burn? And then you kind of work with the varieties of tobacco to achieve what you're looking for. And Kubo, the first one that we made, it was a medium-bodied cigar, light shade, enjoyable experience.
What would be a stronger tasting cigar? What is that primarily made
probably like in terms of the tobacco in it.
Right.
Yeah, so if you're trying to get a stronger profile cigar in terms of nicotine strength, body, etc., you want a cigar that is going to have more high priming tobacco. So what I mean by that is if you think of a tobacco plant like a Christmas tree, the very top leaves are very small, and those are closer to the sun, obviously. They're thicker, and they have more nicotine. The lower you go on the plant, the less nicotine, and the less thick the leaves are. They become thinner. They become a little bit less strengthy. And at the very bottom of tobacco plants, a quarter of the bottom of tobacco plants aren't used in premium cigars. So you're really looking for the top 3/4 of the plant. So if you want to make a strong cigar, you're going to predominantly use the top quarter of the tobacco plant.
Is it the less expensive cigars? Are they using that more bottom part of the tobacco plant, as you suggested, or is it just?
Yeah. So in terms of what they call mass production, is what they call non-premium cigars. Those are typically short fill cigars. We don't make those at the moment, but if you go into, for instance, a 7-Eleven, where you go into a liquor store and maybe you buy something that's lower priced and it says that it's a cigar, generally those are made from scrap tobacco from the premium cigars, and they're not long filler. Long filler is basically using the entire leaf throughout the entire cigar. So that really defines between a mass production or a cheaper cigar and a premium cigar. It's not to say that those cigars are bad, because they're certainly made of the same crop and the same scrap tobacco from the premiums. You just won't have the same enjoyment. The experience will be different because you're burning through a blend of tobacco versus the entire leaf.
Interesting. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
And what is the best beverage to drink with the cigar? Is it champagne? I like champagne with cigars myself. A glass of Moet would be perfect.
Okay.
And then a small petite cigar that has a little sweet flavor to it. And
Got it.
They're small.
Right.
But
right.
what is generally, is it just, or what a person likes? Is it whiskey, bourbon, scotch?
So cigars, I think, pair well with a lot of things. Obviously, you like a wine, a sparkling wine with the champagne, which is actually very good because the bubbles help with tasting and cleansing the palate. So I would recommend, if you're going to have champagne with a cigar, that you get a lighter shaded or a lighter profiled cigar. One of the best things to enjoy with the cigar is actually coffee. Coffee pairs very well with cigars. It's usually what blenders drink when they smoke cigars. So coffee and a light or medium-bodied cigar in the morning is probably like one of the best things. Bourbons pair very well with cigars. Scotches pair excellent with cigars. It's kind of like time of the day, right? So maybe if you're a cigar smoker, you would decide to smoke a cigar in the morning with a nice cup of coffee, and then as you progress into the day, perhaps you would have something that with maybe sparkling water, and then towards the evening you would decide either a scotch or champagne.
Right, in the smoking room in your red velvet jacket.
Of course.
Red velvet walls.
Yeah. The more you do around the cigar, the better the cigar will taste.
That's right. It's the ambiance.
Yeah, so if you drink a glass of scotch, that's great. It may be great by yourself. Guaranteed it's going to taste better with a friend.
That's right.
And that's the way cigars are. Yeah.
your information is vast in cigars, and I could talk to you forever about it. But our time has run out. And go check out Dapper Cigar Company. And you can find, he has cool shirts and hats. He has a neon Dapper sign.
Yep.
What else do you have on? You have cigar tools like the lighters and the clippers so you could clip off the end. I'm sure there's technical terms for those, but that's what I call them. And so
Close enough.
Close enough, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Ian, thank you.
Thank you.
And come back.
I will. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fresno. We'll see you soon.